The hidden cost of retirement. Procrastination. The biggest misconception I see among business owners is thinking their business will fund their retirement. This is a dangerous assumption that can derail decades of hard work in an instant. The statistics tell a sobering story. Only 20% to 25% of businesses that go to market actually sell, while many business owners plan to pass their company to the next generation. Every business must be prepared for sale as a backup plan. What happens to the remaining 75% to 80% of owners whose businesses don't sell when expected? The options aren't pretty. Some simply close down, especially if profitability has declined. They might liquidate assets to pay creditors as best they can. Depending on the business structure, bankruptcy might become the only way to manage outstanding debt. The retirement impact is severe. These owners often find themselves working additional years just to fund their lifestyle, or worse, taking a job working for someone else after decades of entrepreneurship. Business value. The great overestimation. The most common mistake I see is business owners vastly overestimating their company's value. There's a fundamental misunderstanding that making good money automatically translates to high business value. That's simply not the case. Multiple factors determine a business's sellable value, from customer concentration and recurring revenue to operational systems and management team strength. A profitable business with the owner handling all key relationships and operations might generate excellent income, but have minimal transferable value to a buyer. Think about it this way. If your business can't operate without you, its value to someone else plummets. Many owners never consider this reality until it's too late. The unforgiving math of time. The most significant compound effect of delayed retirement planning is simple: time. As we age, we have less opportunity to recover from financial setbacks or poor planning. If you've spent decades investing primarily in your business, believing it would provide for your retirement, discovering it won't sell for what you expected leaves you with extremely limited options to make up the difference. The power of compound interest works wonderfully when you start early, but works against you when you delay. A 35-year-old who starts saving has 3 decades of growth potential. A 60-year-old discovering a retirement shortfall faces a brutal mathematical reality with far fewer options. The identity crisis at the heart of retirement planning. I've found that the psychological barriers to retirement planning often run deeper than the financial ones. The first major barrier is the mistaken belief that building wealth is a solo endeavor rather than a team sport, both within the business and on the financial planning side. Many business owners operate from the assumption that their company would collapse without them. In many cases, that's true, but not because the owner is irreplaceable regarding skills. It's because they've built their personal identity around being the business. This creates a profound psychological roadblock. If they train employees to do their jobs effectively, they're forced to confront an existential question: who are they without the business? This identity merger makes objective retirement planning nearly impossible. Business owners need to recognize that professional help exists precisely for this challenge. A qualified business coach can help work through the identity and operational challenges. At the same time, a financial team simultaneously builds the retirement plan they deserve. The coordinated team approach. When helping business owners separate their financial future from their emotional attachment to the business, I focus on building the right team. For each client, I help construct a network of trusted professionals we can on when the timing is right. Far too often, I see business owners receiving conflicting advice. One advisor pushing in one direction, while another recommends something entirely different. This fragmented approach destroys value and creates confusion. The most effective approach starts with the business owner and coach establishing a clear vision of what they want. This vision becomes the roadmap that guides all financial professionals. When everyone operates from the same plan, the results improve dramatically. The tax planning blind spot. The most painful tax planning opportunities missed by business owners are often those they never knew existed. There are sophisticated retirement and tax strategies that many CPAs aren't familiar with, or, sometimes more frustratingly, are unwilling to explore because they don't have the bandwidth. Business owners generally don't know the tax code well enough to ask the right questions. When they do manage to raise potential strategies, their CPA may dismiss the conversation without proper consideration. This creates a significant blind spot where valuable tax-advantaged retirement options go unutilized year after year. The cumulative effect over decades can mean hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions, in lost retirement savings. Exit planning and retirement planning, Parallel pathways. Exit and retirement planning should parallel each other, but many business owners fail to connect these critical paths. Exit planning focuses on preparing the business owner and the business for the owner's eventual departure. It's primarily about positioning the business for maximum transferable value. Retirement planning, meanwhile, involves strategically using the business to fund accounts that will support the owner after exit. Specific, powerful strategies are available to business owners that employees simply don't have access to. When these pathways operate in isolation, neither achieves optimal results. Proper alignment creates a seamless transition from business ownership to financial security. First steps for the behind schedule. The first step for business owners who recognize they've fallen behind on retirement planning is always recognition itself. Acknowledging the problem represents the critical breakthrough moment. The second step is understanding that professionals specialize in helping business owners in this situation. This isn't an unusual problem. Experienced advisors handle it routinely. I recommend taking time to interview multiple business coaches, specifically those with a certified exit planning advisor designation. Simultaneously, interview financial advisors who demonstrate a willingness to work collaboratively with the business coach to implement the overarching vision, not those primarily focused on selling products. This two-pronged approach addresses the challenges business optimization and personal financial planning aspects. The transformation effect. When business owners finally prioritize retirement planning, I typically witness remarkable transformations in both their business operations and personal outlook. They create more space for themselves, mentally and literally, in their calendars. They shift from working in the business, handling day-to-day operations, to working on the business, focusing on strategic growth initiatives. This transition alone often accelerates business value dramatically. Perhaps most importantly, they gain clarity about their future. The weight of uncertainty lifts from their shoulders as they develop a concrete vision supported by actionable plans. The psychological benefits of this clarity often exceed even the financial advantages. Preventing financial conflicts. Coordinating different aspects of financial planning requires intentional integration. Working with specialized professionals, estate planning attorneys and exit planning advisors, helps prevent retirement planning from conflicting with other priorities like business succession or legacy goals. The key is ensuring each team member brings their best ideas while aligning them with the owner's vision. Life constantly changes and financial circumstances evolve. Having a clear vision and the right team makes navigating these changes more manageable. This coordinated approach creates a unified strategy where retirement planning, business growth, tax optimization, and estate planning work harmoniously instead of creating friction. The business owners who achieve the most successful transitions are those who recognize early that retirement planning requires the same strategic approach they've applied to building their business. It's not something to be addressed someday. It demands ongoing attention as part of a comprehensive financial strategy.